Who knows how many women in Australia live below the poverty line? Someone take a guess. Too many, absolutely. It's 1 in 7 or 14%. There's lots of reasons why women in Australia can't access mainstream employment. Her circumstances probably create a whole host of barriers. As a refugee, as a domestic violence survivor, as an Indigenous woman, perhaps as a single mum. If you can't get a normal job in Australia, you only have one alternative, and that's to go on welfare. And I'm yet to meet a woman who wanted this as her choice. These women are literally trapped by their circumstances. They're trapped on welfare because they can't get a normal job. And this is something that can happen to anyone. It might be an accident or illness or a bad investment or a bad relationship. You might have been born in the wrong country. You might have been born with the wrong coloured skin. You might have just been born in the wrong postcode. Or you might have been a mum who put a career on hold to bring up her children and then suddenly found yourself not only the primary carer but also the primary breadwinner. And this is what happened to my mum. My father suffered or suffers still depression, and after a period of unemployment, when I was a teenager, he walked out on our family. My mum, extremely intelligent, university educated, came from a good family. She's white, she had everything going for her. She found herself in a situation that she hadn't planned for and hadn't dreamt of. She couldn't get a job because she didn't have a career. She had no work experience. Her university qualifications were long outdated. We lived in a small country town. I grew up in Armidale. There weren't any jobs around. She had no network. She had, more than anything, she had no confidence. And so we went from being a normal middle-class family to suddenly facing homelessness overnight. We were packed up, taken to my grandparents' house in Newcastle, 2-bedroom house, and suddenly 4 of us were in 1 bedroom with 2 beds, which was very cosy. Luckily for me, my dear Pop was able to take over our mortgage, and we kept a roof over our head. But life after that was not, it changed. It changed and it wasn't quite so much fun. Mum picked up what jobs she could, but they were low-paying, low-skilled jobs. She picked up jobs cleaning, babysitting, and she had to go to Centrelink and become welfare dependent, which was the most humiliating thing imaginable for her. And to this day, I don't think anyone in Armidale knows that was what happened to our family. I got a job at McDonald's. I got paid a whole $5 an hour. Can you imagine? And the $50 a week that I earned helped put food on our table. And one of the things that I learnt more than anything then was when you have so little or you're really on that poverty line, every additional dollar makes a difference. It really counts. So I started Global Sisters to help women like my mum. We offer a third alternative, a real alternative for these women. We do a lot of things. We're basically a one-stop shop to help women set up a micro-business from home. And a business for these women gives them so many alternatives. It's flexible. It works around those circumstances that prohibit them from getting a normal job. We provide support through 4 main channels. Business knowledge, which is education and coaching, microfinance, market access, and also technology support. And possibly most importantly, we welcome them into our sister tribe, which is our community, an immediate family of support that wraps itself around these women. Yari, who you may have already met and you will get to meet afterwards, is one of our amazing sisters. She has a fabulous business selling African ginger beer, which you have to try. Yari's been with us for about a year, and she's a great example of the sort of support that we provide for our sisters. So Yari came to me initially with 100 different ideas. So we helped her land on a solid business idea. We put her through sister school, helped her put her through the business planning process. And she's received access to 3 amazing mentors, business coaches. She's had product development support, branding support, support in applying for grants, which was successful. Thank you, AMP. She's had a lot of media, even an article in Sydney Morning Herald. And this was a young lady who said to me that before Global Sisters, she didn't think it was possible for a woman to start a business, let alone a black woman. This scarf was made by another one of our sisters, Tiggy. Tiggy's at the other end of the scale in terms of age. She's a grandma. She came to Australia 15 years ago. She's a true artisan. She's a Gara cloth dyer. This shibori pattern that you see everywhere from Koskela to IKEA, this is the real deal. But even though she's been here for 15 years, she's still in public housing and she's still working a horrible night shift job cleaning for a nursing home. But Tiggy said 3 things to me that have really stuck as what we do with our sisters. First of all, what she said to me at the start was, Mandy, I want you to help me stand like a woman. She said to me that since joining Global Sisters, she's become a community leader. And probably the thing that stuck with me more than anything is she said, since joining Global Sisters, I can see a light. So we would like to invite you to join us in helping 20 other women to see a light and to stand tall. We're launching a pilot project working with 20 sisters who were previously homeless. These women are now in secure, permanent housing and they're looking forward. They want to start a new life. So for us, $20,000 will help us work intensively for 6 months with these women and help them take control of their lives and create a new future for them. It'll help them contribute to the economy, build stronger communities, inspire other women, and above all, break that poverty cycle for the next generation. Thank you.